LPT Realty. We call this the real.
The real.
Not the
That's
real
what-
and the
that's why I
raw,
buy
but
my
the real
purses.
and the real.
I buy my purses on the real. .com.
I know, right? And I saw that commercial right after we named it the real, and I was like, bitch, you stole it.
My Chanel bags.
That's called trademark infringement.
Now, it might say something different on the post because Mama's not feeling so great today. So
Oh God.
I might have messed up. All right. So anyway, let's.
And by the way, there's no food, no drinks, and no exceptions! Exclamation point.
Damn right.
Wow.
Damn right, Skippy.
Well,
Yeah, I got one of
so
them
much
in
for the
here.
Coca-Cola.
Got one of them signs in here too.
Ooh, I saw it.
Don't tell. Okay. All right. Here we go. Stand by. Just making y'all make noise. All right. Here we go. Oh, looks like it's time again for the real. We call this LPT Realty Show. In the studio today, we have some really cool people. We got David, what's that, Knight?
David Allen Knight.
Oh, we got Mike P. Jackson. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. We got Patricia Tanner, also known as Pete.
That's me.
And Dan Rojas is in the house.
What up? How we doing, guys?
We're doing. So what we're doing today is we're going to talk about real estate. That's nothing new, honestly. That's what we do. And first and foremost, I'm going to toss out the question, and that is what is going on here in Central Florida real estate. Like how long houses are standing on, in the MLS, how long it is, this, that, and the other, how much breaks are we getting? You know the deal. So anyway, jump on that.
Days on market. It depends all upon one thing, and that's how you list the property at the right price or the wrong price, bottom line. Otherwise, properties are selling fairly quickly, but you have to list them properly at the right price.
Mike?
No, I totally agree. I think a lot of sellers are still living in last year times where they're expecting more value, a lot more offers and getting out the market super fast. And they're finding out when reality hits is that when they overprice their home, it's not the same market. So you have to price it right, like Dave said. And, I mean, he's totally spot on.
Patricia, you seeing the same thing?
I completely am. I price my houses right, just so you know.
So David can't give you any hassle?
He cannot, not at all. But anyway, yeah, this is crazy. Sellers just have to realize that there's a market value out there, and there's something also called comps. So we have to go by what the market is telling us and how we price our house. So they have to be very realistic when setting the price, because we are not living in the time. What was that, like 9 months ago or something?
Pandemic's about over.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I got you. Dan Rojas, it's your turn. Are you seeing the same thing as everybody else in this place?
It really just depends. So it depends on who the agent is. It also depends on the area, because I will say the other day, one of my clients and we were seeing a home listed $790, and I ended up texting the listing agent, because he's a good friend of mine, and come to find out he had 10 offers at 30 over, right? But that's because he priced it appropriately, right? Mm-hmm. So when these sellers are listening to our pricing strategies, you can still artificially create a bid war if you're doing it the right way. But so many sellers, like Mike said, they're just living in the pandemic times. They're living in this 2020, 2021, 2022 bubble, and their mindset isn't really clear of that yet. But there's still opportunity out there. I mean, that was an $800,000 price point, and they had 10 offers all above, guaranteeing waiving appraisal. And so it's still doable, but you have to realistically look at those comps, like Patricia was just saying. So
yeah, good stuff there.
And thanks for taking my buyer's offer, by the way. Appreciate you.
Ooh,
you're welcome.
Dave from the cheap seats. I love it. So with that in mind, we have decent amount of inventory available. Things are sitting on the MLS for a little bit longer. It's not like 6 or 7 bids in an hour like stuff was. I mean, things were crazy during the pandemic. And I think a lot of it was New Yorkers and people from Texas coming down. And the prices, to be honest with you, are pretty reasonable here compared to real estate in any of those other big states. So when they came down here, they just tossed money around, and they were overbidding, and that ain't happening anymore. That's gone, right?
Correct.
That's gone.
Long gone.
Now, Patricia, you flip properties,
Yes.
and you rent out, and you got a lot going on. Just give us a little taste, will you?
Well, I want everybody to understand something, that when you do flip homes and you're in the market to doing these type of deals, you got to understand that you have to see things from the appraisal's eye. The appraisals come out, they give out these sheets, and it will tell you what your comps are, and everything is based on price per square feet. So that's a key. So take that diamond and let it shine, because if you price it right with the price per square foot, you'll win and you'll make money.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. So that's what's going on in Patricia Tanner's life. And before the end of this segment, we'll go around the table and get everyone's information. So if you like something that you hear from David or Dan or Mike or Patricia, you can go ahead and get in contact with them. Now, what is one of the biggest hassles? Now, David, you mentioned that people are not listing the home properly. Is that the real estate agent or problem? Is that the mistake that's going on?
You know, it's a combination of both. It comes down to two factors. One is the motivation of the seller, and number two is the price that the agent and the seller agreed to. And if the agent is more motivated to work versus the seller's motivation, then it's not going to work. The seller must be more motivated versus the agent, okay? Then let's talk about price. And a lot of agents, live check to check, unfortunately, and they'll take a listing just to take a listing because they have a mentality of scarcity versus abundance. So I hope that answers your question.
And
If you followed me.
I think it does. But what? Tell me the real mistakes that you see. I mean, what is the holdup? Are they just saying quaint? Like that always implies small to me. Are they just using the wrong verbs?
Well, they don't come into the presentation as a professional. They come into the presentation just winging it for the most part, and that comes down to sales training. 90% of the agents out there don't have sales training, and they don't walk into a presentation pre-qualifying the client as well. So they just go in there saying, okay, all right, whatever, all right, okay, yeah, I'll list it at that price.
Oh,
Okay. It don't work that way. You have to choose who you partner with, because 95% of your misery and happiness depends upon who you partner with. Just like being married, okay? If the other side isn't as motivated to work with you, then you know it's not going to be a good partnership. So when it comes to listing property, you have to be the expert in the room.
so that comes with the training with LPT. I mean, not everybody that comes on board with LPT Realty has years and years of experience, like most of the people in this room. A lot of them come into LPT fresh off the license, and there's so much motivation, so many tools that are available to you that we actually train people on how to be a salesperson. Mike, what do you think?
Absolutely. I mean, LPT is in the name, Listing Power Tools. And what that means is not just a bunch of marketing, type of tools that you get. You also get a lot of abundance of education and knowledge. That's a proven system that you just plug into. So you got the playbook. Now you just have to go execute. And it's not really that hard. I mean, they make it really simple for you no matter what your learning curve is or your learning style. They even have a mentor program that's salary and paid to go over a lot of extra additional steps with you in addition to the people that sponsor you in. So you have so much support and training videos. I mean, you can't really fail. I went on listing appointments, and that's how I got my listings with the tools. And in addition to, obviously, the relationship. And like Dave said, I mean, he's right. You gotta partner with people that it makes business sense for both, because if you're more motivated than them, it does make it more challenging. They have to be more motivated than you, and they have to rely on your expertise. Otherwise, they could have just been a for sale by owner.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, let's go around the table. We'll start with you, Mike, because you made some serious sense just now. And give out your information. So,
yes. So this is Mike Jackson with LPT Realty. My phone number directly is 407-221-7416. And make sure you check out my YouTube channel, Mike Sales Orlando. That's SELLS, Mike Sales Orlando.
oh, perfect. Let's just go counterclockwise. Why not, David?
Yes, my name is David Allen Knight. I am an investor. I am a property manager, and I am a well-versed sales trainer and listing specialist. I can be reached at 407-453-1331. If you work with me, you will be told the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
Woo! testify.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Let's go to Dan Rojas. How do we get a hold of you, Dan?
So I'm actually super branded. So if you just look up the Dan Rojas, all one word, you're gonna find me. Like I'm gonna be the only one that populates Google at that point in time. The Dan Rojas, Rojas. Yeah, no, I agree with a lot of that stuff. And reality is, this market's changing, and we're gonna see a lot of that coming up real soon. So no, but what I specialize in is mostly luxury and mostly commercial as well. So.
Good stuff. All right. Oh, and Patricia, how about you?
Yes, me. You can Google me too. I'm very popular. I have my only name out there is patriciatanner.com. I can be reached at 407-221-2522. But I specialize in new construction. I build homes from the ground up, flip homes, help buyers and sellers, and I have a lot of rentals out there.
Oh, okay. So we can get a hold of you. That sounds like a good plan. Yes. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll delve into how to set your house up so that it looks good for sale. You know, that curb appeal, I believe is the word. You're listening to LPT Realty, the real, on News Radio WFLA Orlando. Good job, everybody.
Yay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, let me look.
Melissa,
Sir.
is this being taped, by the way?
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I know audio, duh. I'm talking about visual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually going on social medias right now.
Okay, you're the best.
Yeah, that's what I do.
On social medias.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
All
say that because
platforms.
it's all the platforms.
All the platforms.
We got country and western.
Oh, what about hip hop and R&B?
Right, and bluegrass.
Don't forget about house music.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We got both
Jazz.
kinds of music, country and western.
Lo-fi. Lo-fi. All right, let me see here. Let me get into the next one here. All right.
House music all night long.
Okay. All right. And for those of you listening on the internet, this is what happens between, behind the scenes during the commercial breaks and whatnot. They make dumb jokes. Sometimes they'll spill everything out before we get back. Neil does that, you know. Neil will have a whole conversation. I'm like, dude, hold on. We ain't running yet. All right. I'm set to go. Stand by. Who said that? Oh. All right. Stand by. Welcome back. It's the Real Estate All-Stars radio show. They are powered by LPT Realty, and LPT Realty is powered by none other than Robert Palmer. You know who that guy is. I am Melissa Fox. I'm kind of guiding the show along. In the studio, we've got David Knight, Mike P. Jackson, Patricia Tanner, and the Dan Rojas. Yeah.
Thank you for throwing that in there.
I caught that. I did.
Appreciate it.
All right, so tell me, we talked about some mistakes that are made in listings. Now let's talk about some mistakes that are made or how we can fix that curb appeal. When I drive up to a house, there are times I don't even get out of the car. I'm serious. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I will just drive right along. So I can't be the only one. So how do we make a house look better, and what are some of the mistakes that are made? Anyone?
Yeah, I think you're already kind of nailing it on the head. I mean, the first glance is going to be the first impression that anybody gets from everything, right? So we're talking landscaping. It has to be done correctly. It has to be fresh. I mean, we're talking sometimes, especially in these summer months with all the rain that we get, sometimes it has to be weekly. The house has to be freshly painted, or at least look like it was freshly painted. So even a pressure wash will also help with that as well. But that's just from the get-go. But then from the inside out, we always talk about decluttering, right? What we do is we ask them to remove everything and anything from every countertop possible. We're talking kitchen, nightstands, bathrooms, you name it. It's got to be decluttered. You have to give any and every buyer the opportunity to be able to picture the house like as if it's their own, right? They're already going to have things in mind that they're going to say, oh, I'm going to put this picture frame here. Oh, I'm going to put this mantle here. I'm going to put this dresser here. So you have to give them the opportunity to be able to picture that, right? And every house is going to depend too, because if you have a vacant house, then you might want to actually picture it for them, right? You might want to bring in a stager depending on the level of the house. We do that a lot with luxury. Even if the house is somewhat furnished in luxury, sometimes we are still adding things or removing things or moving things around depending on what our stagers are going to tell us or recommend. So that's some of the basic foundation of what we're going to go ahead and recommend to any seller to go ahead and try and give it the best curb appeal, the best opportunity, the best first glance.
Patricia, you want to jump in on that?
Yeah, I do. See, everything on the outside is not always what it is on the inside.
Oh, we all know that.
Just because I'm beautiful on the outside and on the inside. Yeah, I just had to throw that out there.
Gotcha.
But anyway, see, I'm a flipper, and don't be scared to get out of the car, because a lot of times when you go inside the house, you can see the walls, you can see the bones of the house, and that's comes to a point where you can like negotiate on price, and you can negotiate on repairs and maintenance. So get out of the car, go inside. There's a lot of things that you can see that others can't see. If you have a licensed real estate agent who's, who has that eye, take them with you. These are the experts. They are the ones that know the market, know what they can get for you to help you get that house for a good value and a good price. So,
Mike?
No, I totally agree, and I'm gonna add on to that too. Like, it's equally as it is important to make sure the outside and inside is well kept and presentable for potential buyers. You got to make sure things work in the house. A lot of people got to understand the seller's disclosure. It truly discloses everything that's not right. So if you know your roof is needing repair, you might want to get that taken care of prior. If you know you got electrical, plumbing, issues like that are major, leaking, anything like that, I would suggest making sure your house, because most homeowners, can you believe they don't know what's not going on with their home? They don't get inspections every week or every year. They just live in their home, and then when something major happens, then they address it. But you can be proactive, and I think that's the biggest thing a lot of the sellers need to understand is the more proactive you are, the more better chance of you getting max value on your initial listing. But when you procrastinate and want to kind of delay things, then that inspection report is going to expose a lot of that too.
Right. I've sidebarred because you reminded me, but once when I was looking for a house, they made mention, the homeowners were there, and they said, we don't use this back bathroom. So immediately I walk over and crack the door open, and oh no, they did not use the back bathroom, but they did not clean it either. Yeah, and it was sketch. Let me just
Probably
say,
a storage unit.
well, it was part of it, but the water went in there. There was rust stains all over the commode inside, and frankly, that was it. I was done. I smelled mold. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
But David, what do you think about staging and all that?
Yeah, I appreciate that. And when we take pictures, we make sure the commode lid is down.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's talk about image and style, okay?
Sure.
Years ago when I was in show business, my record producer and manager, Maury Starr, said to me, Dave, music business is nothing but about portraying the right image, because image is everything.
And I'm sorry, but you can't be a new kid on the block.
Oh, I'm an old kid around the corner, kid. I'll tell you that right now. That's right. So check this out. First things first, okay, people are finding properties on the internet.
Yes.
So, okay, curb appeal starts with what they're seeing on the internet. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do not go for just the iPhone pictures. Have a professional, take professional pictures and video, okay? And if the property is vacant, have it virtually staged. And if there is a budget, okay, then have it professionally staged. And here's another thing. For those who take properties on and it's cluttered, this and that, just take 3 or 4 pictures, and that's that. Do not show the mess that's going on underneath the hood, because, baby, it ain't too pretty.
I'm using my iPhone. I don't care what you say. I got a 14 with a camera that looks just like a real studio camera.
Well, not everybody's as talented and as beautiful as you, Patricia.
Thank you so much.
Oh boy.
So seriously, it does come down to image, and it also comes down to budget too, okay? And if the seller simply doesn't have the money to do certain things to the property, then it needs to be priced accordingly, okay?
There it is.
Bottom line, it comes down to their budget, because one way or another, everything is about price.
Amen. I agree.
Now, Patricia, you told me you dropped a little bit off of some of your homes that you got for sale. How'd you do that, and why?
Drop what off?
A little price down.
Oh, yeah. It's the attraction. I got to do that because, again, in this market, they bid above. Always.
It's weird.
They're like, for example, I put a house up in Sorrento for $1,800 for rent. And I got so many rental prices saying, "Hey, I'll pay way more than that. Why only $1,800 for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath off a golf course?"
Oof.
Yep. So they was like, "Yeah, I'll pay I'll pay $3,000 a month," and I'm like, "Okay, may the best person win."
Oh,
I
dang.
love that strategy.
It is an interesting strategy at best. Dan, what's going on in your mind?
You know, it calls to mind the whole idea of like you can never underprice a property, but you can easily overprice it, right? I mean, you will never go wrong with underpricing. I know a lot of people are like terrified of that, but the market will self-correct it when it comes to whether it's a rental or whether it's a retail home or even commercial. It will self-correct because the demand will meet the price, the value, the actual market value of it.
So, like when Patricia undersold her rental property, the market adjusted accordingly.
It did. I didn't undersell it. I upsold it.
If you think about it, I call it the eBay theory, right? You take I got a Samsung Galaxy S22, right? I mean, brand new off the shelf, it's probably like what, $1,100, $1,200, right?
Android.
And if I know, right? Let's not go down that road.
Yes.
I was just showing you guys some tricks behind the scenes, so we could go there all day.
Oh God.
Android, what is that?
But it's this new high tech thing, kind of like Google.
Oh boy.
So, anyways, so the reality is the phone, brand new on the shelf, is like $1,200. Now, mine, it's got a few scuffs on it. It's got a few nicks, scratches. I've used it a few times. Right now, if I were to put that phone right on the market on eBay for $1,200 right now, how many eyeballs am I going to get? Right?
Not many.
Not many, because you can get the brand new one for the same price off the shelf. Now, if I take my phone and I put it on the market on eBay, let's say for $1, right? $1. How many eyeballs do I have then? And by the time it gets to market value, now I've got several parties actually emotionally vested in this property because they want it. They want the phone. They want it so bad that they're willing to pay over for it. That's the reality of the pricing strategy, right? We want to make sure that we do that and create that opportunity. I mean, we were doing this during the pandemic accidentally. People were doing it left and right. And that's why we call these agents that came into the market the pandemic babies, because now they're all like, now I got to learn how to market. Now I got to get the photos like David said, or get the new iPhone like Patricia's got, right? Or, you got to get the right stager or the digital stager. Now you actually have to put the marketing tools behind it. I know that my photographers and videographers constantly offering me those 3D Zillow home tours, and that adds to the value. And so now we are actually seeing people have to pull out their full book of marketing tricks right now, because now is the time to shine. And if you don't, you got to get behind somebody that does, right? Somebody's got to get behind you and support you and help you along the way. So.
Oh, man, that was Dan Rojas. We also have David Knight, and we've got Michael P. Jackson and Patricia Tanner. We will be back in just a couple of minutes. This is the Real Estate All-Stars Show. LPT Realty in the house.
In the hizzy.
I love it. Mike's all quiet and shy over there, like he doesn't give reverend speeches every week to us. He's so good at it too.
He's like, what did I sign up for?
I'm amazed in taking all this wealth of knowledge by all you beautiful people.
You hear that on the social? Do you smell it?
He sounds so much like a politician.
Yeah.
I'm just truthful though. That's the difference.
Sounds like
Amen.
a pastor.
Amen.
We used to call it Reverend Mike Mondays. Mike would send us out messages on Mondays,
Yep.
and it was like all motivational love. It
That's
powerful.
awesome.
So,
Mindset is everything.
Well, Mike, you need to start sending me some motivational stuff on Monday.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Y'all sure y'all want motivation from me?
I sure do.
Yeah.
Mike, motivation Monday. Hey,
All right.
MMM. The
I got you.
M&Ms.
I do it.
ooh, we should brand that.
I know, the M&M.
Get you a nice little graphic. Have Desi draw it up.
We should.
Ooh,
We should.
Desi's going to be adding some stuff that I'm excited about in the next few weeks.
Yep.
Does sound fun. Okay, so let's sideways here. We'll talk a bit LPT, Robert Palmer, and talk about why you came on board, what you saw, what you're thinking, pitch it to others. You know what I'm saying, right?
Right.
We got this. Okay,
Let's do it.
stand by.
Why LPT?
Why not? Oh, we're having fun during the breaks again. See how
Always.
it does? Yeah. But now we're back on the radio. It's Real Estate All Stars Radio, powered by LPT Realty. They are powered by RP Funding. You know RP, Robert Palmer. So we're going to go around and tell some people why LPT. Why did you guys come on board? How long have you been here? What do you see? What do you like? And we're going to toss it to Patricia first.
Oh, gosh.
like
You
it.
always
I like
start
it.
with me.
I didn't always start with
I
you.
know, I'm just kidding. All right, so I had a brokerage, and the name of my brokerage was called Multi-International Realty. So I joined LPT because I liked the fact that I could take my brand and my business along with me. and for LPT to provide all the marketing material, all the resources that I needed, all the advertising. And look at me, I'm on iHeartRadio.
Hey.
And I didn't have to pay $1. And I can actually build a team with zero liability. You know, as a broker, we have the liability behind us, the insurance, the cost. I do still have my brick and mortar, but I use that for my team advantage. So the name of my team is The Real Team.
Hello.
So when they come over, they have a place to call home. And then we have a lot of resources we offer. But you can reach me at 407-221-2522. It's patriciatainer.com.
Ooh.
Shameless plug.
No, she's good at it. It's so smooth, right? You see it and you're like, yes.
She went right into it.
Yes.
Just like, boom. Oh, you can reach me. All right, Mike, why are you on board? What happened? Explain to me the whole deal.
Yeah, so I came on board simply because I just love everything about the model in totality, and I like the fact that it's a revolutionary brokerage. It's not just a great model today, but it's a great model for the future. And I know some of you guys can't see me, but I'm literally wearing my own colors. I got a Miami Vice looking color on, and that's the beautiful thing I love about the brand. I like to be myself. I like to wear my 80s looking colors. That's just who I am. And I'm not limited. It's no limitations. Like, you have room to grow beyond your growth. This is a brokerage that supports your individual dreams and accomplishments, and they have the tools to give you that. So, you know, I have a team in the downline right now of 11 agents. I have an agent in Houston, Texas, as we speak, and it just goes to show the growth of the brokerage. So it's just so many future opportunities, and you can plug in people in the model that's proven, and it's just growing from here. So I just love the future outlook on it. Might I add, I love the stocks. That's just an extra incentive that I'm getting.
He's preaching again. All right, let's go to Dan Rojas. We'll jump over across the table.
Oh, you want this tea, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm here because I got kicked out of EXP last week, and that was fun.
You're
So,
not, you're not
I'm
the
dead
only
serious.
one.
So, yeah, there were a few. So what ended up happening was, my business partners, Sean Romano and Andrew Brooks and I, we had a downline at EXP of around 200 agents. So we were what you would quote unquote call heavy hitters. I never considered us like a big shot over there by any means. You got people over there with 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 person downlines, but we were agent oriented, right? We always cared about the family. We literally treated it like a family. And so we started looking at this model because it was very, very interesting because it has a lot more to offer. There's a better offering here. Well, I guess the higher ups at EXP weren't too excited about finding out that I was exploring a new opportunity, so they forced my hand, and here we are. But to this day, as of last week, we're here onboarded 1 week. Robert, Tracy, Matt, they all took care of us very quickly. We've already onboarded 13. We got 40 to 60 more on the way in the next 40 50 days. But it is going to be what we're calling one big wave, right? And the idea behind it is the fact that there is better offerings. I mean, you're talking about the Listing Power Tools packet. You're talking about, the option of 80-20 versus 100, where at, my previous brokerage, they didn't give anybody an option, right? It was 80-20 so that the people in the upline would benefit from the rev share. People over there, their pockets are getting scared, and they should be, to be quite honest, because as soon as everybody realizes the opportunity here at hand and the growth and the expansion and being a part of something different and being part of, like what Mike said, being able to grow it, brand it your way is really, I think, going to be the pivotal point. I mean, look where we're at right now. I mean, this is incredible. And I feel like the vibe in this room is just, it meshes so well. Yep. And I've the only person that I've ever met in this room before today is Mike Jackson. He was actually in my downline. He was one of the reasons we started looking at this whole model to begin with when he left.
Secret, Dan is my mentor.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. So everything that I've learned and got successful at, I attribute it a lot to Dan. He was my mentor. He still is my mentor. He's always going to be my mentor because he's more than a mentor. He's a friend.
Oh, isn't that sweet? David Knight. So this is the first time I've met you.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
I'm sure.
Okay.
She's positive.
Well, you called me the old kid in the block earlier.
Well, no, actually, you did. I said the new kids on the block didn't
That's
have no
right.
room for you because you mentioned Maurice Starr.
How do you know Maurice Starr, by the way?
Come on, he's from Boston.
Actually, he's originally from DeLand.
Yes, and I know him from that, too.
Awesome.
And I also know Johnny Wright.
Yes, Johnny.
Oh.
The
see?
infamous Johnny
Now we're
Wright.
dropping name. We
There
just
you
dropping
go.
them.
There you go.
Boop.
And I could tell we could go on an hour about talking about my experience with both of those gentlemen.
Mhm.
All positive for the most part. Seriously.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
now let's talk about the reason you came to LPT Realty.
Awesome. So I totally appreciate you and being on this platform here today. And for those who are listening, totally appreciate you for tuning in. And there's many reasons why I joined LPT. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. No one was ringing my doorbell or calling me left and right to recruit me. Okay, that was not happening.
Good.
I saw the light, and I recruited myself. Oh, seriously. Okay,
Me too.
but I'll tell you this: the number one reason why I joined LPT was the opportunity to work with the one and only Robert Palmer, who is not only a genius but is just a heck of a businessman and a fantastic salesman. I love his sales skills. I tell you that right now. And as a trained sales guys, kudos to Robert Palmer and all the different platforms that he allows all of us to be part of, and the opportunity that he gives us and his executive team that give us the opportunity to take advantages of all the great things that this country has to offer. And that's being part of the capitalistic system, being an entrepreneur, being the best that you can possibly be. And I'll tell you this, the other 3-letter brokerage don't offer that, okay? And those 100% commission brokerages don't offer all the platforms and the opportunities that LPT provides. And I tell you, folks, if you're sitting on the fence or if you really haven't heard about LPT, call me, 407-453-1331. I won't pitch you. I'll just tell you the truth, because the truth shall set you free.
Let's talk about the white box, the big box. What is that all about?
I got 2 of them in my trunk.
No, it
I
should
should've brought
not
'em.
be in your trunk.
Yeah.
It should be on someone's door.
But he's always ready. He's
No,
always ready.
I keep it with me because what if they ask me to bring it right now? I can show the people who can see it. So the white boxes, and you probably ask why you got 2, because we get 1 for each listing. And when I say we get 1 for each listing free, part of being an LPT agent, literally you just paying for shipping. So you guys got to think about it. You're saving up a lot of marketing, money in marketing that you don't have to spend. I did some of the math, and I'm saving up $1,400 per listing. And that's just me being like on the low end, and getting some of the basic tools. Like I haven't even got the high tech stuff. So imagine people that go all out with it. I mean, I get listing appointments that blow people out of the water when they see the common response I hear from sellers is, "I never seen that like this before." And there's a reason why they say that, because not everybody has the tools that we have. And this is part of the reason why I say come to a broker's. And might I add, guys, for you guys hearing all the nice stuff about the tools, the iHeartRadio, and the marketing, I want to throw this out for new agents especially. We have a salary paid mentor staff. This is huge, guys, because when you go to these brokerages, no disrespect to all my fellow realtors, I respect everybody, but no one has a paid salary. You ever had a mentor that don't have time to call you back when you need something right away, or you have a hard time reaching somebody?
Or you're not in their downline?
You're not in their downline, so I can't help you. You got all that. Well, here, you don't have that problem. It's really a collaborative team effort because we have a salaried mentor, meaning they get paid to just strictly train you. They're not doing transactional real estate. They're just specifically hired to train you. They're paid to do that. So you guys get help in so many ways and so much support.
Oh, and it's weird because I was thinking Dave would look good in that mustard colored jacket.
Wow.
And not to mention,
Seriously, the whole idea is you brand yourself. It's not about the company. LPT is not forefront. The real estate agent is.
Right.
And that's the branding that I love about this, because it's not about LPT anymore. It's about you.
An agent-centric platform.
Love it.
Agents come first.
and like I said, I took my business to the box. I got my logos on there. LPT logo is on there. So I'm marketing myself, and it's bringing me leads. And that's a good thing. It's 168 pieces of marketing material, and it works.
Yes, not to mention the radio station works too.
Yes.
You got a
It does.
couple. Everyone that I've talked to has gotten leads off of this show. Sometimes the phone ringing while the show is on the air.
Mine's ringing right now. Ring.
You
That's me
funny.
calling you.
Is it? Is it? We'll be right back. This is Real Estate All Stars Radio. You guys are funny.
And check this out, guys.
I like this quad.
This is awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, in my presentation, folks, okay, as I say to the seller, okay, there's really only 3 things that we need to discuss today. Number 1 is your motivation to sell this home. Number 2 is the price that we as a team set on this home. And number 3 is how I will actively market your home. And Mr. Seller, 90% of the agents that may come in front of you do not have a marketing plan. I have a marketing plan. And boom, right into the listing Power Tools box, and their eyes light up. They want to touch it. They want to feel it. They want to talk questions about it. It is awesome.
All right, this is the last segment of the show. Believe it or not, it's going so fast. It is.
I only counted 3.
Can I do this again sometime?
Yeah, just sign up. You're doing fine, so I'll request you as well as like I request my. Gosh, this one right here. Dan hardly ever makes it in time.
Oh.
It's like I'm in the lobby. I'm like I'm in segment 2.
There you go.
That's like what?
I wasn't going to say nothing that might incriminate myself.
All right, fair enough. All right, so
He's
this
very choosy with his words.
being that
I like
this
it.
is the final segment, do you guys have properties that you want to put a buyer or seller together, anything like that? That's what we're going to talk about here. So I want to hear about your properties. Give me a little detail. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, whatever, beautiful. Give me the area, all that. Okay. All right, and then we'll go back around at the end of this thing, get everyone's information back out there again. Okay, here we go. Wow, we're rocking today. I should probably push this button right here.
Yes, got the drop E as well.
Yeah, we're in. Welcome back to Real Estate All Stars Radio. These people are hungry. And that's good. That's a very good thing. So I am Melissa Fox, guiding this whole experience. We got Mike P. Jackson, Patricia Tranner.
Get it right,
Got him.
girl.
Patricia Tanner, Dan Rojas, and David Allenite.
Don't be calling me McKnight. It's all good.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So this is the final segment of the show. I think we should try to put buyers and sellers together. We're going to start with Dan. Dan, what you got going on?
So I need sellers, and here's my specifications on this. So as David's doing some social media,
Distracting us.
what my friend Deontay calls contenting, right? So no, I need sellers, and specifically for commercial. So I have a very big client, car wash client, right? Ooh. And we are already under contract for 3 or 4 properties right now. But they are willing to take on anything main road frontage, everywhere from, let's say, Gainesville all the way down to Palm Bay. So I need that. I need a lot more because what we're running into is zoning issues. Just because, that's really the difficult part. We are specifically looking right now, Lake Mary, Winter Park, Winter Springs, Altamont, Maitland, and Sanford. So we already have a few projects going on there already. So yeah, we need at least acre and a half, maybe even 2 acres would be great. That's specifically what I need. And then if you are hearing this and you are in the Conway area and you have a 4-bedroom over 2,500 square foot, I need you now because I have a buyer pre-approved, ready to go, and we are not finding much because everybody's dying to get into Conway and no one ever leaves. So if you're thinking about it, you're on the fence, hit me up. I'll work out something for you because it'll be a fast transaction for you guys. But I have people ready to go on several levels. But those are the 2 main things that I'm really looking for right now.
Right,
So.
that's the Dan Rojas. Just do a Google search.
Yeah. You can Google me. Yeah.
Find me. All right, Patricia, what's in the? And I know you have so many different balls in the air, if you will.
Yes.
So go ahead. We got
Okay.
time.
All right, thanks. I'll make it short.
No, it's okay.
Well, right now everything I touch turns to sold.
Ooh.
So that is
No, you didn't, girlfriend.
Yes, I did.
She did. I heard
If
it.
you go to www.multi.com, you'll see pending. So what I do have coming up is a rental property in Lake Mary. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's $2,600. I have another rental property coming in Ocala, Florida, and that is $1,400. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath off of a lake. I have my own personal flip I'm working on in Sanford, Florida. So I will be selling that particular home for about $199,000. And then I have a new home construction in Sanford, Florida. I'm building from the ground up. I will put that on next week for $275,000, and that is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. 13. That one is about 1,400 square feet.
That's not bad.
Yep.
That's a nice price on
Yep.
that one.
And you can call me at 407-221-2522.
Okay, Michael Jackson, what's going on? Oh, Mike P. Sorry, I don't want to
Nah, you
confuse
good. You
anybody.
good. I'll take that too. So I'm working with a lot of brand new construction homes right now in Florida, and what's crazy is a lot of people come to Florida and they overlook Orlando in a way because they view the prices as super high and they feel like, oh, Orlando's too far from the beaches. And I'm asking people, well, when you go to these big cities, like, no disrespect, because I love Miami. I'm wearing a Miami hat now as we speak, but the traffic in Miami could take you about 45 minutes. So what's the difference between driving from somewhere in Miami to South Beach versus going from Orlando to Cocoa? Same type of time. So the biggest attraction and appeal with Orlando is we have so much land here. I mean, I work with builders, listen, out-of-state people. I work with builders that are building all the way out for the next 20 years. So that means you don't have time in that way because guess what? These projects, as they're completed, the prices are going to go higher and higher and higher. So the longer you wait, the more you risk paying. Now, if you don't believe me, all you got to do is look at the market last year and look at it this year. The house prices are not the same. So if you guys are sitting here saying, I'm going to wait on rates to drop, these new builders I work with are buying down rates right now as we speak to help counter that. And if you wait on rates to drop, don't mean the price is going to stay the same. So just understand, like last year when you guys were waiting the year before that and the rates did drop, the prices went up 3 or 4 times higher, right? Everybody agree. So that's exactly what you're going to do if you keep waiting on the rates to drop. So in other words, if you have the opportunity to buy or if you're not ready to buy, that's the beauty of working with an agent from LPT. We have the tools to help get you prepared, educated, and well aware, and you can start this search a year in advance. Don't wait until you think you're ready because that's too late. You want to start as soon as you just wake up, you like, man, I'm thinking about a house. That's the time you want to get connected with an agent. We're going to groom you, prepare you, and prep you the right way so that way when it's game time, we're good to go. So I got a lot of brand new homes I'm working with. I have an agent in Houston, Texas. I want to shout out and make sure if you guys want to go to Texas, I got somebody out there for you. They deal with farmland and agricultural real estate as well. So we're broadening our horizons in that way.
Mike P. Jackson. Mike sells Orlando.
Yeah, you can get in touch with me at 407. I almost forgot to give him a contact. My phone number is 407-221-7416. And my YouTube channel, make sure you follow me. It's Mike Sells Orlando. That's SELLS.
Very nice. I guess it's your turn, David.
It is. They always say they save the best for last,
Yeah.
don't they? So several things that I pride myself on, and one is being an active investor and owning multiple rental properties. When I do pass, obviously my children will be very happy about it. So no, I'm only joking. So seriously, I have clients that we've managed their properties for years, and my latest client, we're putting her property on the market in roughly 3 weeks. Today, the roof was just replaced. I have interior design team ripping the place apart tomorrow to redo the kitchen and the baths. And we totally redid the outside to give that curb appeal because she had the budget. She originally just wanted to give it away at a price that a cash buyer would come and say, "Oh, thank you," and so they could stick, sink $50,000 into it. So here's the deal that I was able to work out for her. We're going to get her top market price because we're going to list it at $389 versus the $299 that she wanted to give it away. Okay, so we're going to list it at $389. Okay. Now, here's the beautiful thing. Because my vendors love me and trust me and know that they're going to get paid, the roof, which was $15,000, will be paid at closing, okay? The interior construction, okay, only half down. The rest will be paid at closing. The new AC system, only 25% was paid down, and the rest will be paid at closing. The exterior, which was about $12,000 worth of work, will all be paid at closing. So it does pay to work with an investor-friendly, minded, knowledgeable agent such as David Allen Knight. 407-453-1331. And if you're looking to get into the real estate game and have investments that will provide for your family and for your children when you pass, you need to call me as well because I own a property management company, rentsmartusa.com. Don't go it alone. Hire a professional, people.
That sounds like fun. Is there a website or is it just a phone number?
Oh, no, that's the website, rentsmartusa.com. But you can personally contact me today, 24/7, 407-453-1331.
Perfect. Okay, so We only have a couple minutes left, not even. About a minute and a half. Tell me one more time how much you love being on the radio.
I love you, Melissa.
Oh, baby.
That's why I come here all the time.
Is that it too for you, Mike?
I love you too, and I love everybody on here with me. I love being on the radio because it's a platform that we have. Like, you don't see this at every brokerage, so this is amazing.
Yeah, it is. David, you enjoying yourself?
Melissa, you are a professional. Okay. Bottom line is you know how to engage your guests. Okay. Your topics that you have lined up obviously encourage us to debate and have fun, but more importantly, we deliver value to those who are listening. And please, you can see different value in Mr. Rojas, okay, Patricia, okay,
Yes.
Michael, and David Allenite. Please contact us if you feel that you can work with us. Okay?
Look
We
at
just
that.
got to get her license. That's all.
I don't know, but you have a license to ill, girlfriend. That's all you need. Okay?
Oh, boy. All right, guess what? It's about that time. Yeah, we're wrapping it up again. Go to lptrealty.com for more information, or just lpt.com if you're already a real estate agent or a brokerage that wants more information.
Oh.
Yes. By the way, this is Real Estate All Stars Radio. Time for everyone to say goodbye.
Adios.
Hasta la vista,
Bye.
baby.
See you soon.
I'm gonna
I'll
say
be back.
Auf Wiedersehen. No.
I did choose
Oh, two.
another one.
All right, I like that one too. All right.
Yeah.
Let me push this button there. Let me push this button here. See where we're at. I gotta listen.
See you soon.
I'm gonna
I'll
say
be back.
Auf Wiedersehen. No.
I did choose
Oh, two.
another one.
All right, I like that one.
I
I'm
wanna
gonna
hear
say
it when I see you soon.
I'm gonna
I'll
say
be back.
Auf Wiedersehen. No. Auf Wiedersehen. No.
I did choose.
Oh,
See you
two.
soon.
I'm gonna
I'll
say
be back.
Wait, I gotta fix that.